So here's a little homestead setup we got. This is a little geese run with a little pond I dug in a couple months ago. This stuff, yep, like you saw, this stuff does not keep anything in or anything out. But it's better than nothing, I guess. They know to stay in here for the most part, the geese anyway. Yeah, there's their little hut I just put up with skids because I didn't feel like spending a bunch of money on anything. Here's the chicken and goat fence. It used to be the geese, but obviously they destroyed all the grass in it because they're like weeder geese. The chicken's taking a dirt bath. And here's my attempt of trying to keep the chickens in the fence, but that doesn't work. It helps. What you doing, little girl? Huh? How you doing, little thinker? Anyway, here's a little sitting spot. There's the goats, 2 female pygmy goats. They were supposed to have babies, but they didn't. Little weirdos. This railing's going in the basement stairwell. I just washed it up because it had a little mud on it, so it's drying off there. Here's the little shelter area in the barn. Chickens, goats. I just wrapped this in chicken wire the other week. That way I can give everything a little more room at night, closing them in. And then I have the water, so I don't have to have the extra water in the coop in there. That way I can just shut it off and they have water right here with heat tape wrapped around it so it don't freeze. Just getting used to this whole winterizing thing. Anywho, yeah, all this stuff, it just started in, I think, June 6th or something is when I first started doing any of this. That's when I did, my wife, it's really messy in here, by the way. My wife wanted some chickens, so I closed this area off. This was just a jut out. While I was building the barn, I knew I wanted to do this eventually, so I left this spot in here, closed it off, got some stuff, and hi girl. Yeah. Oh, look at all the eggies. That's just from this morning. Yeah, so here's the chicken coop. Little fan to get the smell out in the summertime. Here's the little, what do you call it? The hen house or little egg spot. Anyway, this is where the eggs show up every morning. Yeah, threw that up there. Basically everything you see that I built is either leftover from materials from when I was building the barn last year or 2 years ago. Like this is all old barn siding, not old, all extra barn siding. And this is either barn siding or material I accumulated over the years, or it just straight up pulled it out of dumpsters at job sites. But yeah, here's this little jig I made to keep the goats out because the goats apparently love chicken food more than their own food. But yeah, this is just on a little thing. Here, I'll show you. It swings up, you know. Come on. Yeah, there's a door. I'll show you later. Yeah, here's the little thing. This is how you get out if you get locked in. Pull that cord, boop, open up. Closes by itself. Got a spring because I'm smart. And yeah, here's the quail spot. I literally just built this like 2 months ago, maybe. Long before I got the quail because I knew I wanted to do it. Little chicken. But yeah, they started. Oh, excuse me. They started off here as little eggs. It's a mess because I didn't clean it yet because I'm not a good farmer. Anyway, that's where they all hatched out. And I popped them in here. This is extremely dirty. Again, like I'm lazy, so I didn't feel like cleaning it out. Got one of these little, what do you call them? Things, little heaters, brooder heater thing. I have it wired up, so I just turn it on, boop, boop. You know, with a little receptacle underneath. They poop there. It's supposed to be a poop tray, but I didn't have one at the time. So it just dumped down into the lower one, which is all full of poop and feed. Little baby poop and feed. But yeah, they wouldn't be down there if I had my poop tray there. But I keep that open so I remember to do it. And then they went in here. And the little grow out pens. I had them in here for a while. And then yeah, they were in here and here. And then just temporarily I had just some plywood, 3/4 inch plywood. I literally just moved them in here yesterday, so that's why there's poop. Don't judge. Yeah, so I just had plywood there to catch the poop for the most part. It didn't work too well, but whatever. It was free because I had it. And then just this stuff, this was for in like what do you call it? I don't even know what it's called. Some kind of vinyl or PVC stuff they use for like restaurant kitchens and bathrooms and commercial stuff. But so I just threw that in there until I figured out a more clever way of dealing with the droplings. Here's the quailies. Got some pearls. Got some Egyptian. And yeah, that's food and water. It's just temporary until the other stuff gets shipped in. Yeah, got some more down here. These are all Egyptians or jumbo wilds, whatever you want to call them. There's the food setup. There's the quail poop setup. There's the goat's hay. And there's my rest of my mess and my tools. My lumber storage. Yeah, for now I just have the heat tape plugged in into here. Keep all my stuff all nice and not frozen. But yeah, here is, there's the chickens, there's the water. I still gotta get a one of those water heater things, little whatever you call them, to put in there to keep that from freezing. Yeah, but here's the that door I was talking about. Took me a while to figure out that keeps out the goats. But yeah, usually before I put chicken wire up in here and close it off, I would close this every night and have to run all the chickens and ducks and everything in here every night. But so it saves us a lot of time every night and hassle trying to herd everything in here every night. So I just keep that open, keep that like that, so the goats don't get in. Put screws on there to, you know, help it hurt so they don't come walking in. Yeah. So basically at night, everything's already in here. All the chickens and everything are already in there, roosting on the goat's hay thing that I built. So all I do is close that door. It's already, I mean, it's not gonna stop something if it really wants to get in, but it's good enough. And then here's this. It's just falls down, hangs below the door. For one extra little step from keeping the raccoons and everything out, even though it won't really help if one really wants in there. But yeah, that's the setup so far. And yeah, this fence me and my dad put in. I rented a post pounder, knocked all these posts in, hung the wire, you know, all that stuff. And this whole project started, I lived in the barn, I had the barn. Other than that, this whole project started in this June, so however many months ago that was. But yeah, all works. And that little hole right over there, that was the old goose pond. It just had one of those, the plastic, like fish pond or whatever they are. Had one of them sitting in there, and I filled it with water like every couple of weeks. I drained it, get all the goose poop out of it. But yeah, I just decided to dig a pond in there with my dad's tractor and get rid of that. So I still gotta fill that hole in. Geese obviously love their little pond. And that tree's getting destroyed from the goats climbing up their little wire spools and scratching it up, eating the bark. think it's a nice little setup for a you know, a summertime project. Here's a bunch of wood. I got a off job site dumpsters. I still got to pull the nails out. This is where I get most of my wood, just dumpsters. They throw it away because they're wasteful. And I'll pull the nails out and I use it to build stuff. There's some of the wood for the winter time for the wood stove. There's the mower. That's a piece of junk. And there's a stray chicken that somehow got out of the fence like they always do. Oh, and here's that pond that I pulled out. And when the geese decide to get out of the fence over there, since it does not keep them in, because it's not electric or anything, they play in the creek, which is completely fine with me because without them, this creek gets so overgrown. And I don't feel like weed eating it all the time, so they just come in here and eat it up. There's the old hole. That pipe is coming from the house, from the spouting, so it goes into the creek. In case you were wondering. Hi, goosey goosies. Hi, chicken. Yeah, so there's the homestead so far. There's a little bitty house up there. Anywho, in case you're wondering, that's a little smokehouse I built this summer because I was bored, had extra wood from the barn, so I just threw it up. Didn't really use it yet, but anyway. Anywho.